Good evening, everybody. We are live from Buda, Texas at Johnson High School, one of the newest high schools in the area, for yet another game for your Anderson Trojans. The Trojans entering tonight for Trojan basketball on Vype Live at 9 and 15, 3 and 5 in district play, including back-to-back victories now. We're getting started just a little bit late here this evening. I had a scheduled 7:30 tip, so that's earlier than we normally do. But yet, of course, the JV game went to overtime where Anderson was able to pull out a miraculous victory. Nearly gave it away at the end, but they clawed back to fight and take the lead late. Got the win, and now varsity hoping for the same thing as we get started just a little bit late. Trojans, as I said, 3 and 5, coming off big games from Bennett Blackerby and Mitchell Whitlow. 8 points in overtime for Mitchell Whitlow, one of the only scorers in those overtime periods. So the last two Anderson games that I've been able to watch have had 4 overtimes split between them, 3 and 1. But hopefully no overtime here tonight. Hopefully Anderson can put it away in regulation against a Johnson team that did get the better of them last game. But before we talk about that, I want to go through the district standings and the schedule here tonight. Anderson did the only thing that they could do against Bowie, and that was make things interesting. If you look at the standings now, Anderson has carved out a space for themselves in 6th place. Austin High behind them at 2 and 6. Del Valle and Aikens both bringing up the rear at 1 and 7. It's Del Valle at Aikens tonight. Bowie and Dripping Springs playing. So Bowie and Dripping Springs will have a tiebreaker for 5th right now. They both sit, or for 4th. They both sit at 4 and 4. Westlake, Lake Travis, and Johnson all sitting at 7 and 1. But Lake Travis is going on the road to Westlake here tonight. So it's going to be a very exciting slate of basketball around the area as we are just 5 minutes away from getting tipped off here. Anderson with the win could give themselves a tie for 5th place as they stand at 6th right now. They will play at home against Aikens in what is definitely a must-win for them. One of the basement dwellers as it stands. You lost to them first time. It's their only win in district as of yet. You need to take that game on Friday. But moving ahead to today, Anderson taking on the Buda Johnson Jaguars in a school that's been open since 2019. So my first time down here at Johnson High School. But last game, it was Jackson Vandergaard and Quentin Hairston that gave Anderson the bulk of the trouble. 16 points for Hairston, 15 for Jackson Vandergaard. Zariah Kincaid off the bench was real pesky against Anderson. Had 10 points off the bench in just the second half. It was one of the first really bad second halves that we've seen from Anderson this year when they had it close down the stretch and this just kind of fell apart. Probably, like we said against Aikens, that's a must-win. That was maybe their worst fourth quarter of the season. But the last 2 games, able to exercise some of those woes a little bit. Austin High got a little contentious towards the end, but Anderson able to get the victory and, of course, winning in triple overtime against the Bowie Bulldogs, who at the time had the higher record. They sit at 14 and 8. Anderson still at just 9 and 15. But right now at 3 and 5, Anderson all about revenge here tonight on the road. It's a tough idea as Buda Johnson. You saw them. They took care of Westlake handily, but then Lake Travis took care of them handily. It's just one of those districts. It's one of those years where nobody is by far better than anybody else. You know, you have, I would say that Westlake, Johnson, and Lake Travis have separated themselves in some regard, but not so much like Anderson and the rest of their district last year. If you looked at, like Navarro is much closer to, or Anderson is much closer to Westlake or Johnson or Lake Travis than Navarro or Travis were to Anderson in previous seasons. That kind of a thing. It's a very tough district to win any game. You can't have an off night. You can't take a night off mentally, certainly, or you could have a team that may be lower in the standings or you may be expecting to beat. But that isn't always the case. Anderson has some guys that can get hot. Jackson Gill, we've seen him heat up in some games. Bennett Blackerby always looking to shoot from the outside. Mitchell Whitlow, depending on how aggressive he's feeling on any particular night, can give you anywhere from 10 to 18 points. And Fred Dale, if I haven't seen it a lot, but there are some times when Fred, we saw it last year in a diminished role for him, but if he could just get a couple open looks, he knocks both of them down. You know, that's a big swing. Anderson has been winning very tight games and losing very tight, very low-scoring games. Like the last game against Johnson, it was 68-59, so that one being one of the more high-scoring ones. Anderson lost to Aikens by the same exact score, but in these last couple games, They scored 41 in a victory against Austin High. They scored 56 in a triple overtime win. You go back to that knockdown, drag-out Lake Travis game, it was 49-38. So any points, anytime you have a guy come off the bench, he gets a couple putbacks, he gets a couple looks running out on a fast break, those can be big, especially for a team that doesn't score a lot of points. Because if you look for Anderson, it's Whitlow, it's Blackerby that are going to put up a lot of points. Campbell Duncan's going to put up a lot of points. But then you have guys like Fred Dale, Cooper Bain, Jackson Gill, Andrew Darby, guys you might not see a lot of on offense, but guys who can get you maybe 2 points, maybe 4 points. Or Fred Dale, in his case, he had 7 points in the last game. He can fill it up for you a little more. So you just need 1 or 2 guys to get a little extra hot, and then you're right in it. Anderson wearing their alternates today after only losing by 9 to Johnson the last time that these two played. Minute up on the clock, but both of these teams headed back to their bench, as I assume we will have the national anthem and the announcements of our starting lineups. But look for that tonight. Look for the guys that you know to play their game, to play, to the best of their ability, to score like Bennett. If he's in the range of, 12 to 15 points, maybe you don't feel as good, but last game he had 20. The first time that he played against Buda Johnson, he had 23, so he can fill it up. Campbell Duncan, we've seen him set career highs. He had 11 points the last time out. So you get that, you get a nice extra game from somebody heats up, and you're going to be right there in it against a 7-1 Jaguar team. And a win here tonight would go a long way towards putting Anderson closer to the playoffs. That 4th spot's really up for grabs, even if the first 3 spots are all but locked up. But now we're going to go ahead and throw it down to the PA. We'll be back for the opening tip. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on Vype.
The Anderson Trojans and your Johnson Jaguars. We're 21-3 on the season and 7-1 in district. Now if you can please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's get ready for some varsity basketball. Let's meet the starting lineups. First up, for the Trojans, senior number 1, Mitchell Whitlow. Junior number 4, Jackson Gill. Junior number 5, Campbell Duncan. Senior number 22, Fred Dale. And senior number 23, Bennett Blackerby. Trojans are coached by Daniel Pittsburgh, assisted by Eric Swanson, Jose Chavez, Michael Stratton, and Brendan Hartman. Jag Nation, make some noise for your Jackson Jaguars starters! Junior number 3, Sam Mahidi. Junior number 4, Jackson Vandergaard. Junior number 5, Zariah Kincaid. Senior number 11, Jordan Hardy. And senior number 35, Hugh
Here we go. Announcements are in. Zariah Kincaid getting the start over Fahim Bageza, something that we did not see the first time. Anderson in the alternates. Gray uniforms, blue and yellow trim. Anderson across the chest. Silhouette on the numbers. And the Jaguars, Under Armour uniforms, wearing the home whites. Pretty clean. Opening tip won by Duncan, but maybe a little too far into the backcourt, but Blackerby is right there to recover it. And Anderson is underway. Bennett Blackerby, 10 seconds gone in this contest, coming off a big 20-point game, 23 points the last time these two got together, matching his number. Jackson Gill back to Whitlow. Kincaid coming up to defend him. Jackson puts it on the floor, and that one's stripped away by Hairston. The Jaguars the other way with it. Blackerby picking up Hairston. Now over on the right wing. Passes it inside to Hairston. He's going to try and go at Bennett. Off-balance jumper is no good on the entry pass. Bennett Blackerby takes it away, loses it. Going to get it back, fires it cross court to Jackson Gill. And here's Mitchell Whitlow on the left wing. Anderson going to put it back to the top of the key. Campbell Duncan calling for it. He's going to come set the screen over there against Jackson Vandergaard. 15 points last time these two played. Gill maybe got away with a whop, but it doesn't matter. He missed the shot anyway. The rebound goes to Sam McKinney, and the Jaguars come the other way with it. Hairston loses the ball. That's going to be out of bounds. Good defense by Mitchell Whitlow. Turnover against the Jags. Campbell Duncan with it on the right wing. Facing up. To his left. Passes off to Bennett Blackerby. He's got a big on him. They find Mitchell Whitlow. He's left open. Good ball movement from the Anderson Trojans. Nice action there as it goes out of bounds. That's an unforced turnover against Johnson. But some nice basketball there from Anderson on that offensive possession. Good movement, good passing. Just couldn't knock down the shot from the outside. 6.5 to go. We are still scoreless. Jackson Gill will inbound on a very tight corner with that Johnson student section. As Gill bothered by the defender there, Vandergaard, as Whitlow in the air with it. Coach Pitt calling out the play. It's a rockin' the baby. But here's Gill. Pass inside. Mitchell Whitlow left wide open. And there is that action to get a man free at the basket. Anderson is on the board first. It's Mitchell Whitlow, 2 points. Pass over left side. Here's McKinney. He's going to drive the paint, get to the cup, take the foul. No, we're going to call it on the floor. Foul's going to go against 22, Fred Dale. Got him in the reach, apparently. Vandergaard looking to inbound it. Using a lot of time here as they finally get it in to Hairston. Jaguars 21-3. They're 7-1 in district play, so this is hardly a slouch of a team as Kincaid comes up shooting, looks online, and it is. Here's Bennett Blackerby. After Kincaid gives the Jaguars the lead, pass out to to Jackson Gill. Gill gets it up to Campbell Duncan. Campbell, shot fake, gonna put it on the ground. Got Hairston moving. Floater's no good. Rebound inside. Good look for Campbell Duncan. Sam McKinney cleared it away. Here comes Hairston. Pass back. Kincaid. Shot fake in the air. Pass to the wing. That's number 11, Jordan Harding. Haven't called Harding's name much yet. But here's McKinney. He's going to try the shot. That's going to be short off the front of the rim. Bennett Blackerby out catching and out running. Crosses over. Gets to the paint. Goes up with it. And a foul called against Jackson Vandergaard. That'll be the first team foul going against the Johnson Jaguars here tonight. Here's Blackerby. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Bennett's got his first. Makes it a tie game, 3 apiece. Bennett makes them both. It's a 4-3 ball game. Zariah Kincaid, the lone basket scorer for the Jaguars. He's got the ball on the left side. Right there at the top left of your screen. They get it back to the top of the wing. Here's Harding. Harding going to take it to the basket. Got a step on Gill. Little kiss off the glass is good. First bucket of the game for him. Jaguars lead it 5-4. Jackson Gill bringing the ball up the other way. 4:45 left here in quarter number 1. Pass to Campbell Duncan. Hands it right back to Gill. Gill shooting. Gill off the back iron. Rebound up high. It's going to go out of bounds. And based on Bennett's reaction, oh, it was one of joy, not frustration. Love that. So it's Anderson ball. Gill to inbound. Dale out, Bain in. They find Mitchell Whitlow at the block. Backs in, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound up high to Sam McKinney. Pass ahead, and nice little alley-oop there to Jordan Harding. Off the glass. Jaguars lead it by 3. Cooper Bain just checking in with the ball now. His first moments of action here. As pass forced it into Campbell Duncan. It's going to go out of bounds off of the hands of Hairston. Entry pass wasn't quite there. Substitution, Campbell Duncan out. Fred Dale back in. Charlie DeShazo checking in as well. And that'll be for Jackson Gill. So Jackson heads to the bench, as does Campbell Duncan. Anderson maintains possession. Into Bain, one dribble, pass inside to Dale. Back out to DeShazo, back out to Bain. Had something there, but thought better of it. Officially now halfway through the first quarter. Here's Whitlow, Blackerby, going to dribble baseline, and his heel was on that sideline. That'll be a turnover for Anderson. 7-4 your score in the early going. Vandegaard. He'll catch and shoot. He'll be short, and the rebound will go long to Zariah Kincaid. Finds the cutter, nice feed, and a foul. They'll get Whitlow on it. As Jordan Harding, who had 2 points the last time these two teams met, has 6 here in the first quarter. In the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds, I should say. Trojans looking for some offense. So here's Whitlow off to Bain. Slow start for the Trojans thus far. It's 10-4. Whitlow, left side, gets to the baseline, up in the air, and it's stolen away by Kincaid. Whitlow gets it right back. Mitchell cleaning up his own mistake. He's got the layup. That's his second basket of the game. It'll be timeout for Anderson as Buda bailing out Whitlow there. It was a turnover. Kincaid had it fully in his possession. Blackerby tried to swipe at it, and then he, out of panic, turned away from Blackerby right into Whitlow. Mitchell was able to take it right back, lay it up and in. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. Always a pleasure to bring you some Trojan basketball on a Tuesday. Hope you all enjoyed your long weekend. Really feels like we're back in the full swing of the semester now after MLK Day, after it got started again a couple weeks ago. As we are finally in the back half. Hard to believe it, but the season already winding to that point. We are over halfway through district play as of tonight. Well, as of Friday, but this is the first game in the second half. First time these two teams played was back on December 6th at Anderson High School. Buda Johnson got the victory there. So here's McKinney. Back to Vandegaard. Kincaid screaming off the screen. Knocks it down as Zariah Kincaid continues to be a problem for the Trojans. He's got 6. Here's Campbell. Gets it off to Gill. Jackson loses it out of bounds. It hasn't been the crispest start for Jackson Gill. Here's Kincaid to the basket, throws it in and turns it over. Whitlow off to Darby, who's into the game for the first time. Now back to Mitch. Mitch going to take the deep triple and just left it short. Darby had it knocked away, but McKinney was able to get it back. Kincaid cross court. He's got a good eye for the ball as there's Vandegaard knocking down the third triple of the quarter for Johnson. 10-point game as the Trojans off to another slow start. As here's Jackson Gill telegraphing the pass. Kincaid gambled on it. As here's Whitlow. Gets it off to Darby. Blackerby getting ready to check back in. So here's Gill. Hands it off to Mitchell Whitlow. Mitchell back to the top of the key. Campbell Duncan. Now Whitlow. He'll put it on the deck. Floater from the short corner is no good. Rebound up high to Fred Dale. Fred back to the corner. Campbell Duncan. He'll drive baseline and he stepped in the corner. Hairston checking back into the game along with Reese Martin for the first time. Trojans have their starters out there, down 10. Hairston up top, puts it on the deck. Just one team foul going against Johnson so far, 2 against the Trojans. Here's Vandegaard. Just had a 3 go through. Hairston in the corner, open look. That one rattles in. So we were talking about how Anderson might need some hot shooters to come and try and pull off an upset, but Johnson has the hot shooters. As here's Mitchell Whitlow trying to respond, and it's just been ice cold from the floor for the Trojans. Here's Vandegaard out and running. Floater, and one. Vandegaard to the line. Carl Burns checking into the game for the first time for Anderson. Darby, Blackerby, no shot there. Driving in, loses it into the hands of Kincaid, and that was just a poor pass. Here's Blackerby. 45 seconds to go in the first. Whitlow to Duncan. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell going to drive baseline. It gets into the air, trying to force it. Campbell Duncan catching the loose ball and shooting. Campbell knocking his first shot attempt from outside down. He's got 3 points in the game. Anderson up to 9. Q Hairston dribbling some clock out. Looks like Johnson will hold for the final shot. Hairston, Duncan defending, crosses over, got him shifted. Can't get the shot to go though. Kincaid up into the air. This is going to be out of bounds with 0.6 to go off of Whitlow. Vandegaard lobs it in, and that'll be it at the buzzer.
That's in the first. Johnson, 22. Anderson, 8.
So not the start that the Trojans were hoping for as Buda Johnson comes out shooting the lights out. Several threes dropping from several different players for the Jags in that first quarter. Anderson only managing to tally 8 points. We're through one here. Trojans trail by 14. Want to thank our sponsor on tonight's broadcast, one of the longest and most loyal sponsors of Anderson men's basketball, the personal injury trial firm of Howie Breen and Herman, LLP. Like Anderson basketball, they understand what it takes to fight and win. Unlike the poser attorneys you constantly see on TV, Breen and his team are real trial attorneys who have actually tried cases to real juries and won record-setting verdicts in the courtroom. They care about their clients in real life, not on TV. They have delivered hundreds of millions in settlements to injured folks in Austin, and Sean Breen has seen his share of victories at Anderson as well, as he and his brother played basketball here, as did all 4 of Sean's sons. If you find yourself in a hard situation where you or a loved one has been hurt and need a real trial attorney, call Sean Breen at Howie Breen and Herman. the second quarter. It's now. Starters out on the court for the Trojans. Jack Untermeyer into the game for the first time. Kincaid is out, but otherwise it's starters plus Untermeyer. Vandegaard to inbound to Jordan Harding. Hairston on the bottom right of your screen in that corner. Also in the game is Sam McKinney. For Anderson, it's Blackerby, Gill, Duncan, Dale, and Whitlow. Deep three here for Vandegaard. And that's the kind of night that it's been. As here's Blackerby. Pass inside the cutter, and he was set up all day down there. That is a charge against Campbell Duncan. Here's Harding. Back to Vandegaard. Now pass inside to McKinney. Dale straight up. It's going to go inbounds to Hairston. He passes it outside. Back to Vandegaard. Puts it on the deck. Kicks to the corner. McKinney. And now a pass inside. As Jordan Harding gets it back to Vandegaard. Around the perimeter all the way to the basket. Lays it up. Too strong. Rebound batted in the air. McKinney has it. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the loose ball. That's just the second team foul called, the second whistle against the Johnson Jaguars. Whitlow. Back up top to Gill. Down 17. Blackerby step back, nifty move. His three's no good off back iron. The rebound goes inside to Hairston. 6.5 to go as Hairston gets it back. Vandegaard with it up top, thinking about the three, and might as well. Gets it off to Untermeyer. As Jack dribbling on the left side, passes it inside to Vandegaard on the left corner. Blackerby trying to force him out of bounds. He'll go baseline, back outside, Hairston into the corner for Harding. Floater, no good, way too long, and that's going to be a foul on the floor against Fred Dale. Ticky-tack foul against Dale, as that'll be at least 2 on him. As loose ball is going to be taken away, Anderson, Fred Dale came up with it, and now here comes Mitchell Whitlow. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Mitchell to the deck, throws it up, and can't get it to go, but a foul called, bailing Mitchell out there as he'll head to the line for 2. First one up and good for Mitchell, who's got 5 of Anderson's 9. As Kincaid will check back in, Vandegaard will head to the bench. Swish Mitch. He's got 6 in the game, 6 of Anderson's 10. Some slight press for Anderson as Hairston able to get rid of it. And now into the corner for Harding. Here's Kincaid. As off the pass fake, he'll shoot it. I don't think he was looking at the basket when he put that up. That was such a quick move as Caden Williford's into the game for Fred Dale. Here's Mitchell Whitlow with it on the right wing. Blackerby looking for it. Kincaid reaching in on him. He's going through his body here. That's a reach-in foul, right? As here's Blackerby to the cup. Big body to the basket. 4 points for Bennett now. Good for him to see one drop. Sometimes that's all it takes to heat you up. As Anderson could use some heat here. As here's Hairston. Goes cross court to Harding. Shot fake, or pass fake, excuse me. Rebound goes off glass, and Kincaid had a wide open look off the rebound, but he tried to force it inside. And a block by Harding. As you hear the reaction from the crowd, and I just don't care about blocked shots like that. It's Anderson basketball under the basket. If Mitchell Whitlow or Campbell Duncan gets a wide open layup out of this, as Anderson so often does inbounds, no, they won't go to it. But here's Whitlow. Pass inside, Campbell Duncan. Just good active hands by Hairston. Take it away. As here's McKinney out of control to the basket. But I'll get on my blocked shot soapbox. It was a very high quality play. Good athletic play to go up and get that ball without fouling. But it just goes out of bounds, and it's Anderson ball, and the crowd always gets very excited about a blocked shot, but it's still your ball. It's less than a turnover. I would rather the other team dribble it off their foot than my team pack a shot into the stands. That's one of my personal basketball pet peeves. And also a lot of times, not in that case, it was just a regular one-on-one chase down kind of block situation. After a delay, so we may have the removal of a fan. Now ready to go. McKinney hits both. Here's Whitlow looking for Campbell Duncan. Pass wasn't there. Kincaid takes it away. Now a lob ahead to McKinney. As Kincaid's had a few of those just risky passes that aren't really worth much. Even if you get it, you had numbers. You didn't have to try that pass. But I mean, when you're up by 15 in the first half, you can get a little loose with the ball, I suppose. But Anderson unable to come up with it, and instead it will stay here with the Jaguars. Untermeyer looking to inbound it. Pass inside, it's Bagheza. Started the last time these two teams played. Goes up with the basketball, can't hit. Rebound goes to Campbell Duncan. Pass up ahead is Williford, and it's just too deep. Now if you're Anderson, some of those over-the-top home run plays are maybe a little more warranted, as you just got to find something. Yes, a couple of those kids wearing backwards visors. That was a good time. Yes, a couple of those kids wearing backwards visors. That was a good time. Remember the early 2000s? The best. Here's Bagheza open in the corner for three. It's no good. And did that drop in off the three? I guess so. 3 points for Bagheza, and that's just another triple falling on a ridiculous roll. It's the third time we've seen it rattle around and drop in. There's another turnover, as here comes Hairston. Timeout Anderson, down 20.
Hi schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Back in out of the timeout, 32-12. It is Anderson ball, so Whitlow will be the one to take it up. A lot of bench on the floor for Anderson right now as Whitlow tried to force a shot off. McKinney got it away, and that'll be a foul going against Whitlow. But Burns in along with DeShazo, Bain, and Darby. And that is your 5 for the Trojans, and on that loose ball foul, it will be free throws as already in the bonus are the Johnson Jaguars. One for 2 from the line. So here's Bain. Trying some new stuff here tonight, I see. Bain kills his dribble. Looking for somewhere to go. Finds Whitlow. Back to Bain. DeShazo fading to the corner. Back for Whitlow. Mitchell facing up against Hairston. DeShazo calling for it on the block. Here's Bain. Back to Mitch. As I do appreciate Coach Pittsford sending the "your job isn't quite safe" message with an all-bench lineup plus Whitlow. As DeShazo is the press just a little too much for Anderson right now, but that foul is going to go against Johnson on the reach-in. Under 3 minutes to play in the half. Whitlow, Darby fading in the corner on the left side. Loose ball. Whitlow gets it back. A fortuitous bounce for the Trojans. Leads to a basket. Whitlow 8 in the game. By far the leading scorer for the Trojans. He's got over half of their points. So here's Bagheza to the basket. Up and under. Good to go. Here's Whitlow. Over to DeShazo. Charlie dribbles it in. Back to Whitlow. Mitchell just going to catch and shoot this. Rebound inside. Taken away by Bain. Pass to Burns. He lost it. And the Jaguars are coming the other way with it. Untermeyer going to try the transition triple, and why not? Foul on the loose ball. Shot will count, or it should. Foul's going to go against Darby. Kincaid checking back in as Hairston will step to the line for a 1-and-1. Two minutes to go in the half. Free throw no good, into the hands of Darby. So here's DeShazo pushing the pace, back to Whitlow. Mitchell going to put it on the deck. Probably got away with the travel there. Bain has it on the left wing. Back to Mitchell Whitlow. Darby looking inside for Burns. Goes up with it, can't get it to go, but a good take there at the basket after the McKinney flop. Pass ahead, Hairston in the corner. He'll drive around Whitlow, and he stepped on the baseline. Whitlow bringing it up. Pass inside to Burns. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here for the Trojans. Darby to inbound. Minute 14 to play. No one getting open here as Whitlow finally does. So you have Burns for half a second. Carl now got to get out of the lane. So here's Darby. And even when the starters are in, Coach Pittsford a lot of times will use pretty short rotations, switching guys in and out for situational basketball. Is nice rebound there. Darby left open for a triple. Banks it in. Andrew Darby may not have tried to, but the bank is open. So Anderson will take that, a three-point bomb from Andrew Darby. It's passed to the corner. Bagheza going to try the three. He's going to hit the three. That's his second made three of the half. He's got 8 points. As the hot shooting has just been ridiculous for Johnson tonight. This is one of those best game of your season type of nights. As here's Whitlow to the basket, through contact, no good. And throw it from there, you'll make it. About a foot off. 41-17 is your score after the Bagheza three to end the half, as they answer the one Trojan three that they were able to knock down in that stretch. And going back to what I was saying a moment ago, Anderson usually keeps their rotations pretty short. You see guys subbing in and out every couple possessions on a situational basis, what you want on a look defensively, whether you want to call a certain play and you want a certain group of personnel. But in that one, for the last 4 or 5 minutes of that half, it was an all-bench lineup along with Mitchell Whitlow. So what that tells me is you were all benched except for Mitchell Whitlow. Maybe an effort issue, as a lot of those open threes that got Johnson going in this game, they were open. The rotations weren't there. Guys were left open, and they made them. Coming back in for the second half, the Anderson Trojans still have yet to emerge from the locker room, as this may be a stern chewing out. We shall see. But the biggest consideration that I had in that first half is how long that one lineup was out on the court for the Trojans. Even in crunch time, Coach Pittsford doesn't remain with a consistent closing lineup. You'll get Campbell Duncan out for a possession. Charlie DeShazo will come in. Burns will come in for a little bit. We saw it all the time last year with Colin Page just popping in to cause some havoc on defense. I don't remember the last time I saw one lineup out for that, especially an all-bench lineup that isn't producing offensively. That seemed to be a message sent a clean slate wiping, and we are starting 0-0 here. In this opening half, also Anderson not getting the benefit of the whistle in that first half. Johnson only missed 1 3. I mean, there is an element to what can we really do about this, but there's also an element to your response, your fight, your body language. And I think that is the coaching staff's issue. If a team is going to come in and make all their threes, then you're probably not going to win the game. That's fine, as long as you still play hard defense, close out, crash the boards, work hard on offense. And we just haven't totally seen that here tonight. I think Bennett Blackerby also has been a little hampered. He came up limping back in the first half. That might be affecting his play, but looks like he is ready to go. And these starters are coming out for the second half. Getting underway here, 8:25 p.m., 8 minutes flashing up on the clock momentarily. We may see some faces we haven't seen too much of. So will be Anderson ball on the inbound. Johnson still active on the press. Anderson with the ball. Whitlow with it on the wing. Pass off to Gill. Here's Bennett Blackerby. Screen comes from Campbell Duncan. They pull it back out. Need some movement here. This pass to Campbell Duncan. Will take it to the basket. Dribbles across the lane. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound goes inside to Hairston. McKinney with it, looking for Vandegaard. He finds him. He'll come up shooting. A miss. Hairston batting the rebound around, and is this going to go against Dale? No, they're going to get McKinney. Burns and Darby checking in. Dale and Whitlow checking out. So see, even there, a quick sub. That lineup really lingered through that full half. As here's point Campbell Duncan. Haven't seen that. Darby, Campbell, fades to the corner, shooting. No good. Rebound long. Batted away. Rebound to Burns. Anderson stays with possession. Throws it away to Kincaid. Gill calls for the switch. They got Kincaid cutting back door. Shot's no good, but a foul called on the floor. First free throw off the front of the rim. Dale back into the game. Burns and Blackerby out. Mitchell back into the game as well. Kincaid makes the second. So he's up to 7 as here's Mitchell Whitlow for the Trojans. loose with the basketball. Blackerby remains on the bench. 42-17. Whitlow finds Dale. Fred finds Gill. Jackson hits. Some good ball movement there for the Trojans, as maybe Anderson will heat up for the timeout. There's a delay of game warning here against Anderson. Bennett back into the game as Darby sits. Kincaid with it over on the left wing. Fred Dale nearly coming up with the steal. Good effort there for Fred. Harding with it. Blackerby defending. Go back to McKinney. He'll put it on the floor. Going at Dale. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound goes to Fred. Good defensive possession there for Anderson as here's Gill. Maybe look to heat him up a little bit more. Around the lane. Back to Blackerby. Bennett comes up firing. Bennett can't connect and the rebound goes long to Hairston. You'll take that. It's good movement. It's a good open look. And here's Kincaid open in the corner. And a fast break triple is good for Kincaid. Gill all the way to the cup. Scoop layup is good. Nice finish by Jackson Gill. He's got 5 points all coming in this half, as he has all of Anderson's points this half. Kincaid to the bucket, pass off to McKinney. He saves it. Kincaid rises up, passes to Vandegaard. He'll drive to the paint, kick to the corner. McKinney open triple. McKinney no good. Rebounding the smallest guy on the floor, Kincaid. He just gets rid of it. Pass inside to McKinney. He'll rise up over two, can't connect. Gets his own board, can't connect. Tough whistle there against Whitlow. Pass in, Kincaid. 45-22 is your score. Kincaid passes it off to Vandegaard. Now Hairston with it up top. He comes up shooting. He comes up hitting once again. As the hot shooting continues. Blackerby with it up top, finds Dale in the corner, but it's knocked out of bounds by Hairston. It'll stay here. Here's Darby. Another random buzzer sounds. As Campbell Duncan to the basket, loses it. Vandegaard comes away with it. Kincaid. Pass hits the rim. And here's Bennett Blackerby. 2-on-1. Pass off to Campbell Duncan. Well executed there for the Trojans. Campbell Duncan's got his second basket of the game. There it is. 5 points for him. 48-24. Kincaid caught in the air, threw it to nobody in the corner. He's an exciting player. Very quick. Has a nice shooting touch. But he is turning the ball over tonight. Here's Blackerby. Campbell Duncan knocks it down. So back-to-back buckets here for Campbell Duncan off the assist from Bennett Blackerby. It's 48-26. Anderson cutting it down a little. Obviously still plenty of room to work. Vandegaard, shot fake. Campbell collapses on him. Pass outside and a traveling violation here. Going to be called against Reese Martin. Pass inside to Campbell Duncan. Faces up Hairston. Puts it into him. Kincaid steals it away. Crossover from Kincaid all the way to the bucket. No one stopped ball. Blackerby all the way in transition, can't get it. Campbell Duncan's there on the follow, so he'll head to the line for 2 shots. Bageza checking back in. Foul will go against Vandergaard. Campbell gets that one to rattle home, so already 5 points for him in this half. Cooper Bain getting ready to check in for the Anderson Trojans. He'll check in for Campbell Duncan. Darby's in the game now. Makes them both. Sub for shooter. But 6 quick points there for Campbell Duncan as we have started this third quarter. 5 minutes gone in it. So here's Hairston. Goes to Vandergaard. Double comes. Pass back to Hairston. Now into the corner. Coming up shooting. No good. Rebound. That's... Anderson is getting a tough whistle on these loose balls, but that one will go against Kincaid. As the the Johnson student section yelling that Kincaid's jumping over him. But that is an over-the-back foul, unfortunately. It does go against my rule of if it's cool, you should allow it, which is every poster dunk. As Campbell Duncan back to the basket, flicks it up and in. Nice post hook from Campbell Duncan as he's feeling himself here in this third quarter. You like what you see from him. He's up to 11 points, 8 of them coming right here in the third quarter. Here's Bageza firing from the corner. He can't hit his third triple of the game. Blackerby can't clear the loose ball away. Into the corner, Kincaid going to drive it in. He's going to zip to the corner. Bageza going to try again, and he hits that one. Blackerby splits the double, and that's a carry. Into the corner. Martin with it. Goes to Vandergaard. They're just going to keep leaving this kid open. He's hit 3 threes. He's going to make a few of them. Martin at the basket gets it to go. Pass across to Whitlow. Pass fake into the corner. Mitchell crosses over. Into the air. Floater. No good. Mitchell gets his own board somehow. Turn around. No good. Into Hairston. Foul against Whitlow. Vandergaard spins in on Blackerby, back outside for Untermeyer. Fred chases him off the line, gets the shot up from the elbow, it's no good. Rebound to Bennett Blackerby. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Pass off to Gill, trailing 3 is no good, short. And good effort there from Dale to draw the foul on the loose ball. Darby gets it into Dale. One dribble, going up strong. Gets it to go. Fred Dale's in the scoring column. That's his first make of the day. He's got 2. Untermeyer. Into the corner. McKinney driving in to the basket at Dale. Fred able to get the rebound with some good defense. So Anderson will have a chance for the final shot here. 24 seconds remain. Instead, they'll push ahead to Darby, and now they'll pull it back. Gill. Pass off to Bennett. Blackerby. Doubled. Gill. Got it at the buzzer. Jackson Gill, that's encouraging, knocking down his second triple of the night. Hey, man, if you told me Jackson Gill would have an 8-point game, Campbell Duncan out there 11, 8 for Whitlow, 3 for Darby, I'd be like, hey, sitting pretty, down by 20 after 3. The unreal offense continues for Johnson. But Anderson, plugging away at it, putting together a winning third quarter. They cut the lead down just a little bit there. So you'll certainly take that if you're the Trojans. But after that first half, it was always going to be a little shifty on the way back in. But before we get started in our final frame of action with the Trojans down, Anderson Men's Basketball would like to recognize one of our longest and most loyal sponsors, the personal injury trial firm of Howery Breen and Herman LLP. Like Anderson Basketball, they understand what it takes to fight and win. Unlike the poser attorneys you constantly see on TV, Breen and his team are real trial attorneys who have actually tried cases to real juries and won record-setting verdicts in the courtroom. They care about their clients in real life, not on TV. They've delivered hundreds of millions in settlements to injured folks in Austin, and Sean Breen has seen his share of victories at Anderson as well, as he and his brother played here, as did all 4 of Sean's sons. If you find yourself in the hard situation where you or a loved one has been hurt and you need a real trial attorney, call Sean Breen at Howery Breen and Herman. Uh-oh. Camera's gone down as Vandergaard starts the quarter with a triple. Working on the camera here, as that'll be an Anderson turnover. So, hey, if you don't like it when the other team makes a 3 and when Anderson turns it over, you didn't miss much there. Kincaid with the ball. Double coming. Harding with it. Back across. 58-35 now. 7.5 to play. Into the corner. McKinney, fouled by Dale from behind. He'll head to the line for 2. Free throw, no good. Anderson catches a break there as this one's going to be knocked out of bounds by Vandergaard. Into Gill. Gonna let Jackson get a little run here. As Blackerby screaming, trying to get open. As Whitlow can't connect, rebound batted out, saved, and here come the Jaguars. Kincaid pulling up for 3, got it. 18 points in the game. He's scored 10 and 18 the 2 times that these teams have played, but Gill got him on a pump fake real bad. But Blackerby catches, steps back into the corner. And this one's stolen away. Whitlow able to come up with it. Zips to the corner. Campbell Duncan open for 3. That's no good. Rebound low. Mitchell gets it. Puts it back. So Mitchell Whitlow is the second Trojan into double figures there. 10 points for him. But here's Kincaid. He wants to shoot. Can't make that one. As we're about to have another fan removed. Yep, there it is. He just got tossed. That's fun. We've had 2 fan ejections today, both from each side. McKinney looks like he got the wind knocked out of him. Burns checking in. Burns, and to be whistled underneath. Hey, man, I always say, if a game's not going to be fun, it might as well be weird. We have a couple of ejections to back us up already. As here's Harding into the corner. Vandegaard hadn't been able to find the range in this half, but hadn't mattered much. As here's a foul in the open floor. That's the 5th team foul going against Johnson. Anderson with 6. As Campbell Duncan, good idea there. Mitchell Whitlow was open, streaking to the basket. The pass, just a little too much mustard on it. That'll be a turnover with 6 minutes left. 11 points for Campbell Duncan, though. 10 points for Whitlow, so you're going to feed 2 guys. Might as well be them. So here's Kincaid, as that's another turnover for him. Here we go for Campbell Duncan, as that's a bit of a dangerous play, trying to go up and being a smaller guard, trying to block a bigger player, but nice follow. I believe that was Blackerby there to finish it off. So that's 6 in the game for Bennett. Into the core, Harding. Now back up top to Vandegaard. Kincaid. Vandegaard throws it up, and we have a wedgie. Campbell Duncan whistled for the foul, but he pinned that ball into the rim. Nice job to go up with Hairston. That one rattles out. Well, here comes Gill. Duncan driving in, loses, and Vandegaard comes up with it. Under 5 to go here. Bageza comes up with it, back out to Kincaid. He'll drive in, kicks to the corner, Hairston. Kincaid firing, hitting. Pass into Burns, that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Should stay here for Anderson, and it does. Anderson now emptying the bench. Caden Williford into the game. Darby into the game. DeShazo into the game along with Bain. Burns stays in as they fire it into Carl. Puts it on the ground, goes up, gets it to go. So, hey, I like it. DeShazo there on the inbound draws the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's a bit perplexing why Johnson is keeping all their starters into this point. Well, not all of them, but they're up by 16 or 26. Tyler Truss getting ready to check in for the Trojans. That one rattles out for Charlie. Now a couple of them come out. Hairston and Vandegaard. DeShazo goes 0 for 2. Truss couldn't get a full hand on it. Here's Kincaid. He's probably just going to keep shooting. DeShazo kills his dribble off to Williford. Inside cut, nice feed. DeShazo hits the deck hard. He'll head to the line for 2 more free throws. 4 minutes to go. to the line. DeShazo knocks in his 1 for 4, so it's his first point of the game. Kincaid with it, passes it off to Untermeyer. He drives baseline, stuck with the dribble, and Darby knocked it away, so he got to reset it. Now coming up shooting, no good off back iron, rebound goes long, and there's Harrison Tucker with the ball. Calling out names haven't called out much this year. Tyler Truss into the ball game along with 25 Harrison Tucker. There's Truss, gets it off to Williford. And the ball is knocked away from Williford. It's going to go into the hands of Untermeyer. Saved by number 13, Miles Fernandez. And coming up, pulling up is Martin. He can't hit, missed his last 2. Rebound goes to Williford. 3 minutes to go. Up to Truss. Kincaid comes and takes it away. He's still in the ball game. So he passes it off to Untermeyer. Up and under is good. 5 points in the game for him. As we have a Jaguar timeout. 3:11 to go. Both teams in the bonus now. $69-40 is your score. Get that updated. It's now both teams operating all bench lineups. First time we've seen several minutes of uncut bench lineup. Is Marcellus Wright into the game for Anderson. Williford off to Truss. Tyler from the corner. In and out. Rebound to DeShazo underneath. Goes up and gets it to go. And one. Charlie DeShazo will head to the line for another free throw. He's come in, drawn 3 fouls. He's shot 5 free throws. DeShazo got that one. 4 points in the quarter for him. There's Fernandez. Driving into the paint, stopping, popping, no good. That was Kyle Morgan. Here's Marcellus Wright. DeShazo lost the ball. Probably a carry, but we're at that point in the game. Here's Truss, passes it inside. Tucker turns. Jump hook is no good. Rebound goes to DeShazo. Charlie one more time. He's going to shoot more free throws. Can Charlie DeShazo shoot 10 free throws in the quarter? He only needs 3 more. Get someone, bite on a pump fake from a 3. Lean into the body. Go a pop for 3. Jorge Galvan checking into the game. This is Charlie heating up from the free throw line. 5 points in the quarter for him. After missing his first 3, he's made his last 3. As that one rims out. Good board by Tucker. Can't get the layup to drop. As we have a ball out of bounds, it will go the other way. Sean Walker tried to save it, but he didn't need to. It was out of bounds off of the Anderson Trojans anyhow. So now I'm having a little more fun. I love the bench. I love seeing what I haven't seen yet this season. Marcellus Wright changed his number from 14 to 11 at some point, as the 3 is well off there and stepping out of bounds. Should be blue ball. Marcellus Wright. DeShazo back to Wright. Marcellus pump fake. Got a man in the air, passes inside. Back out Marcellus. He'll try the triple. He'll knock down the triple. When these guys come in, they're going to play hard. You love to see that. Here's Fernandez. Some good defense for Anderson in the waning minutes of this game. 69-47 is your score. Pass to the corner. There's Kyle Morgan, gets to the basket, goes up with a hook shot. Oh my goodness! What a finish from Kyle Morgan. Went over his head with that. As here's Williford going to drive to the paint. Loses, gets a nice pass off to Wright. Couldn't repay him with the assist. As there's Galvan with it. Shazo got away with the foul there. Now short corner jumper for Walker is no good. Rebound loose to right, and he clears it away. Gets it away to Truss. Now here come the Trojans. Pass inside, it's knocked away. Under a minute to play now. Galvan into the corner. Gonna drive to the basket. 2 points for Morgan. Scored 4 here in the last couple possessions. But under 30 seconds, or under 40 seconds to play, excuse me. DeShazo putting it on the deck, into the air. 2 more foul shots for Charlie. As these, I think Anderson should get 4 technical free throws because those 2 guys tried to sub in early. I'm getting real literal about the rules at this point. That's one thing I like about sports is when a game is out of hand, at a certain point they just kind of stop like calling the game to a certain extent. As DeShazo gets a pair. Like there have been a few fouls, maybe a double dribble here or there. They're like, let's let it rock. You hear this should do it. As that's Dane Murray, number 44 with the ball. I think I've called everybody's name out except for this young man. Jovan Sheridan, number 21. And that's everybody who's come into the game. So it looks like they will not choose to take another shot. We'll update the scoreboard to reflect your final score. Well, we'll see. We'll see if he pulls up. And he will not. So final here from the south side. Johnson Jaguars win it 73-49. Campbell Duncan and Mitchell Whitlow, the only 2 Trojans in double figures, 11 points, 10 points respectively for Campbell and Mitchell. 8 points for Jackson Gill, 7 for Charlie DeShazo, 6 for Bennett Blackerby. A nice job by Charlie coming in off the bench. He came up with 7 points, Whitlow with 10. Campbell Duncan, as I said, with 11. And that'll do it for us here. Got a bounce back game. Got to attack the court on Friday. Anderson coming back to their home gym to face the Aikens Eagles, who got the better of him the first time that these 2 played. I want to thank you all for tuning into the broadcast. I want to thank my QA, Les Clary, our technical director, Suna Venkat, all of our boss, Merle Bertrand. I've been Jack Farrell. Final score here, 73-49. Anderson drops this district contest.